That brings us then to, do you see a cell phone picture? Huh? Yeah, Rob sees a cell phone picture. No, that's all right, and then 2019, and there. That's great. Thank you for still being part of the community. And then, of course, COVID hit, so we weren't here for 2 years. And then, of course, 2023, we was in New Delhi last year. All right, Pieter. And now we're here back in Bangalore 2024. So it's been great. It's been a great pleasure again meeting everyone. It's only been 10 months last time to have been in India. I had the pleasure to see all great things like the Fashion Hall. We went here to my hotels. It's been amazing culture, food. It's been a great experience every time when we're here. But today, really, what I want to talk to you about is continuing the discussion that we had last year about composability and XM Cloud. Last year, I gave the introduction to XM Cloud and showed you how we empower marketers to create meaningful digital experience without the need for IT for every change. So, starting off with the same content, this is a slide of the presentation of last year, which is about composability and composable DXP. And it's still a big word, still a lot of people are talking about it, we talk about it. And this is because for companies, choosing the right technology to solve the right issue is business critical. Technology became more and more important for all these different companies. And at Sitecore, we really believe that every business is unique, and so is their customer. We believe that every technology stack for our customer is unique. And we want to make sure that as composable DXP, when your business evolves and grows, at Sitecore, we will grow with you. So it's really a partnership for us, where we want to evolve with our partners and with our customers. So when you look at composable DXP, for me it's really about the value that marketing technology brings to you as a customer and to our customers. It's about integrating capabilities with each other. It's not about technical architecture. Of course, technical architecture will make your life easier to compose DXP. Things like headless, things like SaaS will make your life easier to build out compose DXP, but it's not a requirement to really compose DXP for your customers. So here you see our products, our 11 products. On the low edges, you see our point solutions. So you have XP on one side and XM Cloud on the other side, and Roger had this one in his deck yesterday. And they're both starting points for a DXP. Do you want an all-in-one self-hosted platform? XP is your choice. Do you want to have a modern SaaS DXP platform? XM Cloud is your starting point. In the middle, you see our other SaaS offerings, which will complement those two solutions. The idea here is that they bring it better together. For example, XM Cloud, you have personalization, which is fueled by Sitecore Personalized. You would have analytics, which is fueled by Sitecore CDP. So these products are basically complementing each other. The great thing, they will also complement XP. For example, Connect is a great example. Yesterday, there was the presentation of 10.4, where also was mentioned that there's an integration with Connect. Connect really opens that connectivity between Sitecore products, but also the whole other ecosystem. I'll show you later on. Thousands of vendor integrations are in there. I'll show you in demo. So it's really about complementing each other and figuring out what's the best fit for your customer, what drives the most business value to them. So let's talk more about XM Cloud. Tons of great sessions have been here about our products, but I really want to focus on XM Cloud and continue where we left off last year. So tons of customers are excited. I'm very excited with XM Cloud. Our partners hopefully are very excited. We see great traction. And then the reason is, why are people so excited? And I want to talk to you more about that. It's really obvious. XM Cloud is SaaS. It's software as a service. And I know we all know it. I want to bring some context and some factual points to it. So, if you look at 1 year of XM Cloud, so the last time when I was in Delhi to here, what happened with XM Cloud? We've done 21 release deployments, 36 new features included, and 45 enhancements. And this was all delivered automatically to continuous deployment, delivered to our customers, to use in that moment, delivered to our partners, to benefit without any work for you as a partner or for our customers. Instant value. I get excited when I see this number, don't get me wrong. There's a better way of showing it. I hope you all know the change log. It's on the developer portal. You can see the link on the top right corner. So what I did here, I just did a screen grab of all the changes that we did. And again, bear with me. I'm not going to watch it again, or maybe. Like, look at this tiny scroll, right? This is only the features and the enhancements we did. XM Cloud within a year. Continuously releasing, so without paying to upgrade, it just continues to come to our customers. I do want to grab a few highlights because these are tiny changes, things that we released XM Cloud Forms, very big release feature requests from both our partners and our customers. And then we also enhanced forms with conditions and logic. We did new personalization rules, and on top of the embedded personalization, there's a new forms analytics dashboard, there's a new deploy UI, and then tons of other features are out there. And I'm going to touch on a few of those during the live demo. Again, I'm not going to make it too dense. That's so much is in there. So go to the changelog and keep your eyes open on all the features that you're releasing on XM Cloud and on our other SaaS products. So with that, it's time to show you some new things in XM Cloud. And the other thing I really want to focus about is how we as Sitecore are a friendly neighbor in your technology stack. One of the things we always say is Sitecore is a friendly neighbor in your technology stack. Composability, working with other vendors. So I want to focus a bit more on connecting how we bring that together in the composed world and how we connect multiple vendors. So any good demo really meets requirements. So for this demo, I have following requirements. I want to do a great lead gen activity here with the audience on our website. And we're going to capture leads. Then at the end of this demo, I want to send out a newsletter so everyone will get a recording of the demo so you can look at it all later and get some more details on it. But I already have marketing technology set in place. I already have a marketing automation tool that I want to integrate with. I don't want to introduce a new one. And then, of course, we need to execute that giveaway raffle before the end of this keynote. So that gives me, we started it late, so I don't know how long I have to. I don't think it really matters, but it gives me about 30 minutes to build out this whole demo end to end. So before I'm going to start building it out, we need to do whatever you do with the project. What are the people we need? What are the skill sets we need? And what are the smaller tests we need to execute on? So at the top left here, or top right, you see 3 different roles. We need marketing, we need marketing technologists, and we might need developer. And then there's smaller tests in there. So we need to start with creating that experience. We need to create a landing page. We need to create a form and add it to the landing page. Then we're going to create a landing page where we're going to add that Wheel of Fortune component. Really, most of this can be done by marketers. It's just working pages, very easy, what you see, what you get editing, and experience competition. Of course, building out a custom component is development. So that's the point where development comes in. You can see it's not a hard really to create it. This to me is not a hard task. Like the marketing technology is really in the blend. It could be more towards the developer, it could be more to the marketer. But they're really a centerpiece that are very technical background. They are not coding in general. So after we created all this, we need to handle the data storage. This is where our connect comes in. We need to include validation. We need to store that name for our raffle, and we want to store our data in our lead gen or in our marketing automation tool. So this to me is mainly configuration. There's no coding involved, but it requires a bit of technical thinking, right? There's things like APIs and integrations. I think I'm going to do this all, but I think this is a job for the marketing technologist. And then at the end, doing that lead gen into your market automation is a job more towards the marketing. So when all these things done, we're going to execute the raffle. But this to me clearly is a marketing job. We're going to execute the raffle, and then we're going to send out the newsletter using our artistic market automation tool. So this is what we're going to do. And everything here brings really nicely back to what we discussed last year. So last year, the title of my presentation was Digital Experience is Team Sport. And really what we do as Sitecore, we want to cater for the whole team to be successful. So we are aware there's multiple players involved to create meaningful digital experience, and we're focused on making everyone successful to drive our customer success. So this is it. We defined our task, we defined our rockstar team on the top, 3 different roles. It's at the end, it's just me, but I think we should be fine. So what we're going to do here, we're going to start off with creating an experience. So I need to create the form, I'm going to add that to the landing page. I'm going to create that Wheel of Fortune component, add it to the landing page, and then we're going to push it out in the internet so it's all available. Then we'll move on to the next step. So we can go to the demo. I'll go switch. All right, good. So we'll start off in XM Cloud, and the first thing that we want to do is we want to create that landing page. So I'm not going to do, who here have seen XM Cloud before? Raise your hands. All Alright, fair enough. So I'm not going to do a full introduction into like side tree components versus all the features. There's a lot in there. There's tons of great content there from both the community, also the session from last year where I really introduced the different features that's online available at the user conference YouTube channel. So I'm really just going to do the test that I want to do because I only have 30 minutes. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to create this new landing page. So we're going to use a predefined template, one with one promo that's perfectly fine. I'm going to call that stuff in India. Here you go. And that will create a new landing page based on that defined template. Again, if you work with XP before or XM or it's about you know how it works. So we want to tailor it a little bit. So again, default what you see is what you get at every mark you should do. So I have a nice hero image, which is the feeling of a great wheel of fortune. And we're going to say, join your raffle. And win great prizes. And one of the great prizes will be, of course, recorded, so you can watch it at home and have some time in there. Here's a promo component. Again, I don't want to need this component because this is where we want to add our form. So this is where we're going to create a form, or we're going to capture that name in the email. So that's the thing I'm going to do now. I'm going to go back to here, some cloud into tools, and here you would see the forms builder. So I'm going to forms to show you all the forms I have available. We're going to create a new form here. That will bring us into the form builder. So the first thing you need to select here is your layout. So I can do one column, two column, all these different things. Again, we're going to focus on mobile, mostly on mobile because you're going to do it on your phone. So I'm just going to use the full width here. And then we can go into items where you can add different fields that we want to use to store data. So what we want to capture here was email and then name. And again, it's all really easy. What you see when you get at is name. I'll get this one name, and I will change here. Then email to email. Maybe you want to change the button here to another color. Green always works well. Learn me on marketing. Join the fund. Alright, and then we basically have our form. So 2 fields, join the fund. Again, and notice all the other features. I could do a whole 30-minute demo on forms. There's a lot to it, but it has multi-page support. You can do comments to collaborate, previews, so the desktop, the tablet, the mobile, which is great. Different versioning. There's logic. So this is where you can say if this field is a yes, that shows other fields, so it's conditional fields. Again, if you work with speed, you know this feature. And there's tons of settings you can set, and we'll go back there. One thing I want to design, I just did the field items. There's also basic items here where I could add an image on top. So I could say, I want to make it a bit nicer form, so let's add an image. And I already uploaded an image, which will show you the great prize you can win. So give the more air. Oh, here you go. So there's well here. Look at this. So the prize that you can win with this great raffle is an amazing used bag by Rob Room. It's traveled the world, so it's a very special prize. Thank you, Rob, for giving away your bag to the audience. This is key for the success. This is what you can win. You can see Rob very emotional saying goodbye to his bag, so that's good. So you can make it really nice for there's tons of options in there, what you can do with it. So I just want to quickly show you settings, like a success message or redirect what you can do after a form, different styles, this was on brand, there's tons of things in there. So for now, I just want to leave it. So a very important part, we're going to go deeper into the next session is data handling. So the question I get a lot from customers and both parties is, why are you not storing form data like in XM and XP? And there's a logical way. We're in a composed DXP world, right? There's tons of regulation here. Is it GDPR or PI data? As a fundamental system, you don't want to store PI data. It's just not best practices. So this is where webflow comes in, which is really how you want to integrate in a modern way. We'll talk more about it. For now, I just need to select webflow, otherwise I cannot save and activate this form. So we'll get back to the next session or the next section. So let me save my form. Then we need to activate it, and I can use it instantly in Pages. So that's good. It's inactive. Let's activate it. Yep, that's what we want to do. It's activated. Just one refresh here on the page, which will reload all my components. And then when I go into components where you do your layout composition, you would see here inside of forms that there is a new form here, which is in here. It also has the preview ready for you, so you can see how that form would look like. And just having over the side, you would drag and drop it on the container. It would show us that form. And we're good to go. That's ready for name, email, submit. That's good. So I'll just publish this out so that form will go now available. Publish out to yourself. Again, fast, available across the globe, India, Australia, everywhere. That same experience will be there. So that's part one. We create a landing page where we all can participate, enter our data, and we'll store the leads. We'll figure it out later on. But then we need to do the second part. We need to have a landing page to actually execute the raffle, right? To do the giveaway. So I'm going to create a new landing page. Again, one promo is perfectly fine. I'm going to call that price draw. Again, so create a landing page, and then I'll tailor it. I like that here we use, so I'll use the same one. Alright. Here we go. Thank you for participating. And that's a text. Who will win that great laptop back from Rob? And then we're going to use this promo item here to provide you with the QR code to actually join the raffle. I want to make it easy for you. So I predefined a data item here. So I'm just going to assign a user conference promo item, which again will provide you with the QR code. Please don't scan it yet. I'll get into trouble later on. We can do it later on. So I want to make sure that I'll throw this up on the page. You can scan it and you can get it in your mobile phone. But the most important part that we want to add here is that raffle component, right? We need to have a wheel of fortune. I want to get all your names on here and we want to draw that prize. You will win the bet. And this is really where that developer comes in. So when I was preparing for this demo, I basically figured out how I'm going to do this. So what I did, I Googled React wheel of prizes. I figured out there's an open source component. Great design, I love that. I scrolled down and I noticed the integration with this scenario, so that must be an easy solve. So what I did, I just grabbed this open source component, made it into a headless as a save component, and then what we do is the array that we grab all the names, I use a SaaS vendor for JSON storage. I won't recommend it for a live website or your customer website. It doesn't always work that well or fast, but it's a free service where basically if I would open it here, it's basically just an endpoint. So I made the names here. There's two APIs where I can append those names and I just patch those names in, and then we'll get a JSON object back with all the names. So again, not really production ready, great for demos. So that's what we build out here, and then I added a state component again to it in cloud. So here I go to pages, and I would go into page content. There's the wheel of fortune component. So again, I just drag it into a placeholder, and it'll show you a preview. On the preview here, you would see emails. It's just an image to show you. On the Reels thing, when we're going to do this, I'm not going to show your emails. I am not storing your email data in JSON storage. It will only go to our marketing automation tool, which is Sitecore 7 again. Make sure your PI data is safe. So know your emails will not show up in this live demo. We're all good. It's just an image to preview what will happen. All right, I think we're good. Again, let me publish this one out, and then we can go back to the slides quickly to recap. So what we did here, really, we used Excel Cloud to do layout compositions. We created two landing pages, one with the form. We built the form, we added that to the landing page. The other one, we created a component of the wheel of fortune. We added that to the landing page. So we pushed publish, which triggered that over to yourself, so it's all being set and generated, and it's going to be fast available everywhere across the globe. So the second part really is data handling. What do we do with data when you see the form? We want to make sure that you validate it for valid input. We want to store the name, data in our JSON source, for example. We want to store the name and email in our marketing automation tool so we can send out a newsletter. So that's really the next step that what we're going to do now. We can go back to demo. So this is where Sitecore Connect comes in. So let me go to Connect. And Connect is an iPaaS provider, which comes with hundreds of integrations out of the box. And I'll show you everything your market set will be in there from an integration point of view. You just create simple recipes, and that's where you work up. A few things I've predefined. I created a send connection. Again, you better to get your stories in a few clicks. The integration will set up between connect and send. And I also use OpenAI. I predefined that one. And then JSON storage, which is HTTP request. So I set up those three things in advance, and now we're going to just build out our recipe, which is basically the flow, how we're going to handle our data requests. So I'm going to create this recipe, and we want to trigger it from a webhook, because forms has webhooks in there, so we want to connect it to that webhook methodology. So we're going to start building, and this will bring us in a drag and drop UI where we can start building out the flow and how we want to handle the data. But before we can do it, we need to make sure that our form is connected to connect to the webhook. So that's what we're going to do here. And this is really when I build up this demo, my mind was blown. I'm not saying webhooks is something technical, but it feels a bit technical with API requests and the metadata and URLs. But here's a button that says Start Guided Setup, which is, I'm just going to give it a name. And then it creates a URL for me where the webhook is. So the webhook address. I'm going to copy that. And then we're going to go back into forms here. So I'm going to open my form. So we're going to now change that webhook to point to this webhook. So we need to edit the form. It gives me a warning, it's already live, it's already activated. All good. We're going to settings, and here we're going to say manage webhooks. So now I want to create a new webhook. I don't need any authentication. Again, it's all supported different types of integration. For now, easy way, no integration. I'm copying the URL that I got from Connect. I'll give it a name. Right, in the webhook, and then save. So that's it, the webhook's there. I'm going to close it, and now here I can select the webhook. Yep, I'm going to change that. And the great thing now, what we're going to do is we're going to test this webhook. So the first thing I want to do here, I'm going to go into Connect. I'm going to put this on the side. So it's side-to-side view. And we're going to put this webhook now in listening mode. So basically what I said, to Connect, listen on this URL for any events on this webhook. And now we're going to say here, test the webhook. So it will pull up our form. I will give my name in, Pieter. I'll give my email. And then we're going to say, join fun. We're going to send out this data and a few headers. So I'm going to submit. And what you will see, it sends out the URL. And here you go, Connect automatically recognize that request. So when I say set up here, it would see all different fields that got in. So here, name and email are fields that are coming in, and there's tons of headers that we also got in. So I don't really need the headers, but I'll leave it in there for now. So we're now connected. Every time on the webhook fires, it goes into Connect. So now I can use Connect to build out a logical flow of integrations. So the first thing that I really want to do is input validation. And this probably took me the longest time to figure out, because the great thing here, I want to action an app, and this is where you can see the values. These are all integrations available that I use, but if I go to CO apps, you would see all the hundreds of integrations out there. So again, if you look at this, you would recognize the brands and the logos your customers are using. And this goes back to every company you need, every business has a unique marketing set. So this is where Connect can connect with any of these markets that are out there. And again, it keeps going. It's really, really impressive. So when I wanted to do input validation, I tried to find specific companies that did workflow or different things with them. I figured out why wouldn't we use OpenAI. I think OpenAI is a great way of doing random stuff. It's fun, it's modern, it's good, it's buzzword. So I want to do input validation with OpenAI. So again, what do I want to do? I want to send a message to the model. What connection do I want to use? Again, a few clicks, I set up my personal OpenAI connection there, and I just want to send a single message. So this could be a moment. We call it all prompt engineering. So let me copy it in, and then I'll I'll read it out loud. So the prompt I'm going to send to OpenAI is, I'm doing a live demo, and I'm asking names for input. The names are filled in free form, and they're shown on the big screen again. I need to make sure that the text includes a name and not offensive, otherwise I might lose my job. And honestly, this could be true. If you put in really bad stuff on the screen, not a good thing. So then I say, can I use this text? And then strictly answer with yes or no. Like, this is a bit of prompt engineering. My first try at OpenAI always does. It says yes and then explain why it's yes. I just say I want yes or no, nothing else to respond. And this is where it becomes very easy, because this is where I'm going to supply the name as input. So on the left-hand side, you can see all the different things that already happened, which is basically step one at this point. So I'm going to say, I want to, step one, I want to provide the name as input. All right, that's it. So we're going to do this, it will return yes or no. So then we want to do the following logic, we want to do if. So if the data field from step 2 OpenAI, the response, equals yes. So yes would mean I can use it, it's a valid name. Then I want to do certain things. So the two things I want to do here, one is store the name on JSON storage. So that's the first thing, that's a simple HTTP request. I already set up the URL in the HTTP request. Again, I'm going to set it manually. I want to just patch that name part. Again, I put in the API data here just to make it easier for myself. So again, great. There's a key in there which is not best practice. So it reminds me this is not how you should do integrations. I should not show my API key 0 on screen. That is absolutely correct. Then I want to do the next cases. I want to patch names. Just add another name to name 1. We should be all good. And again, the name I want to supply here. Step 1, input, scroll down, name. So that's it. The warning again for the API key. That's all fine. And then the second part, what we want to do here, I want to store the name and email in our marketing automation tool. So this is going to be, let me quickly show you Sitecore Send, because that is, as a company, of course, I'm very excited about Sitecore, the marketing automation tool I'm using. So this is my demo account of Sitecore Send. And what we want to do is, I want to create a new audience for this graphic. So again, Send is probably an hour demo. I want to show it end-to-end, but here, what we're going to do, I'm just going to go into audience email list, and I'm going to create a new email list. So we'll call this, we give the name, and as we can see, there's no members in my audience name, because we want to create those members when someone fills in the form. So we go back into Connect. I'm going to add another action from an app. I already predefined the app here. And again, this is a few clicks. There's nothing technical to this. And what I want to do, I want to create a subscriber. I want to create a subscriber in my Pieter Sitecore Send connection. I want to use that email list that we just created. The email address we want to use. So then we'll go back into step 1. Email address to email. We're all good with consent. We're all consenting. Yes. Yeah. All right. We're good. And then the name, we'll do the name, and basically we got it all set up. So I think I'm happy with how we're going to handle the data. So let's just put it into testing mode. So I'm going to test it. And without publishing anything, I can just do it in here. I can fill in my name, Pieter, my email. We'll say this is what I'm going to send out. I'll submit my form, and Connect will see that something happens. Now it's processing my request, correct it, and here you go. It got a response in. So we can click on it. What's the payload we got in? We got my name, my email, perfect. What do we send to OpenAI? That very long message with my name in there. And what did AI set as response? Yes, it's a name that you can use. So it equals yes. Then I go to these HTTP requests, so if everything is correct, I can go here to JSON storage and edit my name there, so that's good. And then the next part is, I request my list of Sitecore Send, which should have created a subscriber there, so there was going to be 1 member. And here you go, it's a member. So Happy with that flow, really good. That should do the trick. I do want to test what if I do offensive input but not too offensive. I'm just okay. Let's see. Again, this is all OpenAI to Robert's point. It's never the same what will respond. So we'll see what happens. So triggering it right now. Processing successful. All right, and then you would see in the output it said no. So OpenAI said no, this is not a valid name. You should not continue. The response here was not met, right? Because it's not equal with yes. So if I would go here into JSON storage, there's no mstupid, and there's no mstupid here in my set because it didn't trigger. So again, it all works. So I'm pretty good with that. Let's save this recipe, and then we'll start the recipe. We need to go back to the form because again I changed the weapon there, so we're good with testing. Should be able to save it. 1 second. Give me a moment. Publish changes. And then I need to verify if it's actually the way it works. Alright. Let me do a test run before we'll get in and try this out. So the first thing we need to go here is I'll go to the user India landing page. So that should be, is that 1 second. All right, that's where the form lives. Publish page. All right, there we go. So this is, again, join your raffle, and this is where I'm going to enter our data. So I'm going to do it myself again. Increases my chance to win prizes. So let's do, oh, I changed the emails. So Pieter, Brinkman, Pieter. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Pieter, Sitecore, Pieter, Brinkman. All right, join the fun. All right, your form has been successfully submitted. So if everything is correct now, I would go to my price draw page. We would see here that there's 2 attributes, right? Because I have 2 entries. So also here for the price draw, I know it's a great price was that. We try not to add your name 20 times. So I could have captured all these things, but for the sake of demo, I kept it fairly easy. So don't be the one that puts your name 40 times. Just do it once. I think that'll be all good. So then we can spin the wheel later on, and then yes, I'm the winner. And that's great. So if we can go back to the slide before we do this, I'll give you a quick recap of all the different things that happened before we go into that final part. So what we did, we used Sitecore Connect with our iPass provider, and a lot of different things happened here during this demo. Again, that's why you get the video or the newsletter at the end when you participate, so you can watch it slowly and go through it. The first move we do in Cloud, we configured it web configuration with Connect, and then in Connect we used OpenAI for input validation. We provided that name, and then we just checked if OpenAI thinks it's a real name. It's probably not best practice, but it worked very well for this demo. We'll provide yes or no back. Based on that, we'll start storing data. If it's a valid name, we store the name in JSON storage, and then we store our lead, which is the name and the email, in Site%. So that then brings us to that final part where we're gonna capture those leads and then we'll draw the price. So we can go back to the presentation. So the first thing I want to then pull up is the price draw page. And then this QR code should bring you to the form. I can place some user can you want. Like this is one. And then while you fill the form, again, you'll get a great newsletter. You'll be on my list of people I email every day. Then you can win the prize. So hopefully you get the form. Can someone verify that it worked? Yeah. All right. I can see the first test coming in. So here on that right hand side you see connect processing whatever comes in. So when you fill it in, you can see connects processing different inputs. I'll leave the QR open so we can all fill it in. It's only 4 jobs. Interesting. Maybe I need to refresh the UI there. Oh, 28 jobs. We're getting there. So again, this is probably not normally how you work with forms because it is processing. It's going to OpenAI, so doing this live is not the best way. But normally, when you capture a lead on your website, you don't need that data in a matter of minutes. So while we're still waiting to fill it in, oh, here you go. It's filling up nicely. I can see some names there, so that's going well. I'll let Connect process a few more names because again, it needs to go to OpenAI. It might be a slow response, so we'll give it a moment in time and let it fill up, and then we can do it. Still new people coming in, so that's good. And then we'll do the price drop. Is everyone in? Anyone still waiting? All right, let me do a refresh to see if there's more. Oh yes, we're getting there. Good. All right. We're good. Everyone sees their name? If not, I can blame OpenAI or Connect. All right. It's good. Nearly read it. So honestly, I did this one in Europe, and it broke down on my phone. So I need to press spin because that gets slow. So we're ready to spin. Anyone excited for prizes? Yeah, big bag here. Signed by Bob. Is it empty? It helps you. Alright, there we go. This can take a moment because I figured out the open source component needs 2 full spins, so it's a very big wheel of fortune. It might be pretty slow. So here we go. Who would win? Rob might win his own back. No, I'm kidding. Alright. Yeah. Don't know how long this takes. With 2 names, it's very fast. Ooh. Any moment? Oh, wow. Oh, nearly. Any moment. I hope so, at least. Yeah. I'm going to do a pull request. Oh! Yeah, any moment. It will stop and it will show the name. Don't look too much at the arrow because I'm going to look at the name. Alright, Shabu. Where are you? Alright, Colin, here's your back. Congratulations. Congratulations. Rob Burns, well traveled back. Enjoy that. Alright, good. Can we go back to the slides? I can do more rounds, not more prizes. If you want to watch the real go, yeah, I can definitely do that. Yeah, for sure. You can do it yourself by going on your phone to prize draw and give away prizes. I mean, it was a very special prize. It was Rob's personal bag. Alright, so just to recap the final part that we did here. Well, we went to I shared that QR code, and then you all went to the form. You filled in your names, and at that point, the webhook triggered into Connect. Connect went to the flow that we all discussed before, store that data into JSON storage, the lead into the email marketing automation tool, and then we draw the price. So we went to the reference tool. The reference tool went to JSON storage.net, grabbed all those names, rendered it, and we draw the price. So the final piece, because again, everyone deserves a prize, is sending out that newsletter to everyone. We can go back to the demo one more time. We can see let's see if everything. Alright, we're back in. So let's go back into Sitecore send. I think I got it open here. See if they're all processed. So the longer you give it, the more names will be processed here. All right, we got 3 people in, so that's good. Let's see how many people made it into the newsletter. All right, 92, so probably a few emails that were wrong. So what we want to do now is I want to send out that newsletter to you. So you all have access to a recording where there's a bit more detail. It is a recording of the dry run before I ever did this on stage. There's a few things at that point in time recording I didn't know yet to do. So now you know because you've been here. So let's just send out that newsletter now. So this is, I want to send out a regular campaign. I'm going to do a new campaign. What I want to do is just an email. Campaign name. Thank you. Alright, subject line. Thank you for attending. From name. Here we go. Reply to. That's all good. Send confirmation. Alright, what's the subscription list you want to send it to? That's the one we just created and kind of been building with different people. So I'm gonna again send out to that group. What design do you want to use? We can use Designer. So again, for the sake of time, I created a template that's all the data there, but there's tons of templates available, or you can create your own one. I'm going to send out this user conference India thank you email. So it's just thank you for attending, have a great user conference, and then the link to the private YouTube link where I told you through demo, and you can watch it again. So now we're going to say, okay, campaign, continue. Good. And when do we want to send it out now? Tons of options we can do. This is how it looks like. That is perfect to me. And then we're going to send it out in 29 seconds. So before you walk out here, you should have an email with that recording. So I think with that, I want to conclude this keynote and really highlight how we see that we're a friendly neighbor and how Connect plays that role. And if you think about the presentation yesterday about 10.4, it's also with XM or XP on premises, you can also use Connect to data flows, right? You can build webhooks or connect in different ways. We use Connect to connect our own products together. So this is how you see that forms go to send. But if you use any other market automation tool or a CRM like Salesforce, all these connections are in Connect. So Connect is really the central place of integration for all that customers market set. So here in about 20 minutes, I did the demo. I composed my solution with 4 different vendors. It's really great. It's not a developer talk in general. Like, I think a marketing technologist that knows configurations, understands cases, has technical background, really has the keys here to create great, meaningful digital experiences. So with that, I hope that the newsletter is, you got it? Yes, we're all good. With that, I'm going to end it. Have a great day and see you soon.